If you have an interest in hammocks or hammock camping, then you may have heard of a hammock hang. In this video, we'll take a look at what a hammock hang actually is and a few tips about how you can organize one. First of all, what is a hammock hang? It's a gathering of people who prefer to dangle between trees rather than sleep in a comfortable mattress, preferably with homemade and/or heavily modified hammocks. Just a word or two about my hammock story. On a wet 2007 Superior hiking trail hike in the North Woods of Minnesota, I had a very wet experience. It was so wet, the trail looked like a stream. At night, the water was flowing underneath my tent. It was raining so hard, and I decided there had to be a better way to get off the ground. In the spring of 2008, I bought a Hennessy Hammock Explorer Ultralight and a super shelter for my through hike of the Border Route Trail up in the boundary waters of northern Minnesota. This is a picture of my very first hang on the shores of Loon Lake. I helped organize the first Minnesota-Wisconsin hang in 2009. If you look carefully in this picture, you'll see Shug, Adam, and Dutch, among other folks. So what happens at a hammock hang? There's a lot of looking at hammocks and hammock gear in general. Some of them are quite ordinary, but still interesting to look at. Some of them are a bit more novel.
It's a bridge hammock. It's really kind of cool. The netting or the body of the fabric is a much thicker material, almost.
Some are a bit dubious in their engineering and design.
It's dead.
Yeah. Thanks, Kurt. Oh, shit.
Look at 100,000
Dude,
views
this feels
that
like
way.
you're about to go.
Some are really quite fascinating.
Multi-point. My kids like to call it the alien hammock because it looks like a spaceship and you enter in from the middle.
Some are colorful.
11-foot Ponderosa from Cave Creek Hammocks. Rick Anderson custom made this one for me. The purple with the lime green stitching.
Some are tiny, but still comfortable. You'll see a lot of do-it-yourself hammocks at a hammock hang. It's interesting to talk to the DIY guys because you can learn from their mistakes.
It poked a hole through the fabric.
You'll see a lot of novel ways to stay warm, especially on your backside. You'll learn new techniques, in this case for using the latest bling.
Around a tree, so that, and then give me a little bit.
That's your power cinch, right?
Yeah, 3-to-1 mechanical, and then you just go around the entire.
Campfires are a required element. Of course, there's great food, like bacon-wrapped bratwursts.
Well, we've got some crepes that I'm cooking, and Art threw in some sausage and cheese. And then when you've had your dinner with crepes, then you can have dessert with crepes with some Nutella, berries and cream, honey, whatever you liked on crepes.
We're really roughing it, aren't we?
There's typically some hiking associated with a hammock hang, whether challenging like this hike in the Chiricahua National Monument, or this family-friendly, easy stroll through the forest.
Oh, really? Oh, this would be great to just come back for a night or two.
You'll meet colorful people, imbibe in a few libations, make new friends, not all of them human. Since I moved to Arizona in 2009, I've organized one hammock hang and attended 3. Your first step is to check interest in the hammock hang at hammock forums. Suggest a date and a locale. There's typically one hang per state. A poll can be useful for finding a consensus on what date to hold the hammock hang on. People have busy schedules. Spend a fair amount of effort choosing the location. Of course you need trees for hanging hammocks, but you also want to minimize travel time for the participants and have as many activities as possible: hiking, swimming, fishing, etc. Toilets can be an important consideration. Choose a date. Reserve the campsite well in advance. There's a lot of demand for grouped campsites. Invite luminaries or celebrities. Do be aware that they have busy schedules and get lots of invites to hammock hangs. We're fortunate in Arizona to have Derek Hansen among us. He's the author of The Ultimate Hang. Ask attendees what they can bring. Don't over-organize the meals. You'll have plenty of food to go around, in my experience.
What's for breakfast this morning, Kevin?
It is the Arizona Hang Supreme.
Yeah.
Have folks bring firewood, if fires are allowed, and transported wood is okay at this site. Practice leave no trace, and clean up after yourselves. Look to improve next time. Collect feedback on the hang. Thanks for watching. Please like or subscribe by clicking below if you thought this video was interesting or useful.